Sorry, I forgot to turn my light on and my mic. I was very sidetracked trying to decide a game and watching the Mariners lose, unfortunately. Let me go fix my light. It's just sitting here waiting to, hit go and decided to do nothing. But it's fine. So we are going back to Darkside Detective today, which I am very excited about. That's better. That's better. I don't know. I was going through a bunch of games today, and I couldn't quite decide what was jumping out at me. So I decided to go with, good old standby of Darkside Detectives. If you missed my initial playthrough of the first one, I don't think you're going to miss a ton. Basically, I'm a detective that has access to the dark side, which is like essentially the realm of ghosts and otherworldly creatures. And I am Detective McQueen, and I have my right-hand man, Officer Dooley, who I love with my whole heart and soul, because he is a good boy who does nothing wrong, even if he, is trying to take down the police from the inside. I'm on his side. But that's essentially the long and short of it. Much like any other game that has a paranormal force, as it were, like a police force, not just like presence, you're not treated great by your superiors because you're the joke team. But I don't know, we saved the world last time and killed Santa Claus. We did a lot. But since I finished all of those little games, those chapters and the bonus cases, I decided, why not? Let's start on this one and see how it goes. See if it wants to bring that up over here. It doesn't. That's fine. Once I hit go, I realized I had no way to fully test this because it was on something else. There we go. Let me go fix the size of that, because that's itty bitty baby. Well, let me fix the size of this, actually. Where's my settings? And the one time I want to actually make you full size and you won't let me. It's fine. We'll do that. I'll come back over here and shrink you down. There, it's like I never did anything. It's fine. Oops. Except for I clicked right out of the game. So, go out of here. Did I see there's a narc mode? I don't know what that is. I might look into that later, just to see what it does. If anyone knows, let me know in the chat, because maybe I don't want it on. Maybe I don't want to be a narc. So, as you can tell, we have 6 cases that are pertaining to the new game, and then Ghosts of Christmas Past, One Flew into the Cuckoo's Nest, and Tales from the Dark Side. Trying to remember. I think they might be vaguely related to the bonus ones from the first one, but I don't think they're 100% the same. I don't know. I can't remember those bonus case names. But regardless, it's fine. I clicked out of the dang game again. Come on, computer. I'm just trying to do one thing. Let me do it. Okay. So let's go into missing presumed dark side. Oh yeah, at the end of the last game, we took down the ghost of Al Capone, and I think we got pulled into the dark side, completely. I don't fully remember. It's been like a month since I played that, and listen, I've played a lot of games. I used to, YouTubers who forgot what they were playing or what voices they gave characters and all that, and then I sat down and was like, oh, never mind. I actually can't keep anything in my head. Missing presumed dark side. Case summary. I gotta find Dooley. Oh, my boy. Missing presumed dark side. So it's just a point and click. Not a lot to go as far as just physical gameplay goes. I don't need a controller. There's not a lot of things like that to do. Would you start? And no controller, no super, like, need of buttons, whatever. It's been 1 year since my partner, Officer Dooley, went missing from the motel. Motel? Oh, that motel, right. Oh, what did he do? Oh, he wished he was somewhere else, like specific, and I can't remember what it was, but there was a genie at the end of the game that granted him a wish. And something about not wanting to be there, being at a certain place or something. And he wound up at the dark side. Dooley? Dooley? I have an idea where he's ended up. Oh no. I love you, Dooley. So I've been chasing up on old leads. The portal here is still locked down. This is from the first game. The mouse cursor is massive. See if that's a thing I can change. It didn't look too much in the settings, but... Dooley! Where are you? I love this game. And started chasing new leads, too. Have you seen this man? Sorry, it's hard to see anything through all this smoke. Are you in there, Dooley? Poltergeist room. I've run out of official avenues to... Bleh. I've run out of official avenues to pursue, so I've... quit? Taken some time off to search on my own. Yeah, see, they're just... bye. And there's like I'm McQueen, so there's a Detective McQueen who's like the hotshot cop that everyone loves, and I'm just... I do more than he does. So I'm asking for your help. Maybe you've seen something that will help me find my friend. Maybe you have a strange glow in your backyard. Maybe there's an odd energy in your workplace. Or perhaps food that has gone missing from your fridge. Oh, I did bring my drink in here. Good. I don't have a ton left, but I might run and grab something in a sec. Because I don't got anything else going on tonight, and I already ate. Anything at all, just reach out to me via the station. Please, I need your help, Twin Lakes. That's some heartfelt pleading. And now on to TLTV, we have a squirrel who can count. Oh, Dick Brickman. Get off the stage. And now on Dick Brickman's Morning Glory, a squirrel who's just nuts about numbers. Here I am. Cameraman. Sorry to hear about Dooley. I'll edit some real sad music over that piece. Pull on the heartstrings. You'll have cranks calling you about all sorts of weird stuff in no time. It's very much a mixed blessing. Okay, I wanted to go into options. Nope. Alright, let's see if I can make my cursor smaller, but nah. If you click on yourself, he gets upset about it. I guess not right now. That tickles. Oi, keep your hands to yourself. Oh, that's also like possibly British, and I'm not good at accents half the time, so it'll come and go if I want to. Equipment storage only. Please stop leaving stray animals in here. Roxa! How was it? It went well. Come on, let's go. I like Roxa. She was our helper in the earlier one. In the game before last. Camera. I know you're lonely, but hands off, cowboy. This is a Mac, not a duster. Nah, I'm saying you're dressed like a... Nah. Oh. It's the coat. I was confused. Now, I'm not saying you're dressed like a cowboy. I'm just calling you one. Like a clown or fool, only nicer. Except for now that I've explained it, it's not so nice. Oh well. But yeah, keep those gunslinging hands to yourself. Again, not a cowboy. I know. Cop. We couldn't Oh, I thought that was Dooley for a second. We couldn't decide if Morning Glory looked better with or without a bush. So do I just... Please. Okay. Poor wee guy is pointing at his mouth and rubbing his belly. Is he miming the answer? I don't understand. What number is that? 2? What am I doing here? You're on Dick Brickman's Morning Glory, Twin Lakes' premier and only live morning talk show. This is the weirdest first date I've ever been on. Ha! Date? What? You brought your mathematical squirrel to us to highlight his numerical skills on, almost more or less, live TV. I met this squirrel through the classified ads. I thought he was a person. Squirrel glares. Coffee comes separately, it seems. Just before I click on the door. Looks like it's the storage room. Alright, time to go. I've clicked all the clickables. Madame Lemeg, you can't fire me! I can, and I have. If you were such a good psychic, you'd have known not to come into work today. Get out of here. Oh. Madame Lemeg. Mystic Lady. Detective. There you are. Hello? Wondering how I knew your name? It's not my name. I said job. It's just on the show. Because I am Madame Lemeg, Twin Lakes' finest psychic. A skeptic, I see. Try this on for size. I know you're searching for somebody. Your partner, Peter Donnelly. His name is Patrick Dooley. That's what I said. And again, I was just on the show. Fine. I saw your plea on the TV and in my boss's office, but I am psychic and I can help. I know a place that lets people contact the other side. He's not dead. No, the other side. Okay. What is this place? Not a question. Can't tell you. I have to bring you. Let's go then. We can't. We can't? We can't. Not yet. My stuff is still locked up inside the storage room. Alright, let's get it and go. I left my key in the dressing room and I can't go in there. My replacement is here already. Embarrassing, right? Makes me think of the day I showed up to start at a new old job. I was going back to a place I had worked before. And my supervisor at the time was not good. I mean, it's retail, so... And I was like 20. I showed up and my other coworker who I knew was like, hey, they haven't fired the guy you're replacing yet, so maybe hide out for a little bit until they take care of that. And then I went on to stand at the front door and stamp receipts. And it was like, sorry, guy I just replaced who knew me because I trained him before I left. Retail. Oh, tell you what. You get my stuff and I'll meet you out by your... Hold on, I'm getting a vision. I'm seeing a police car. Well, obviously, I'm a police officer. Super. See you there. With my bag. Ciao. Although I like to think she doesn't know how to pronounce it, so it's like, cow. Paint can. An empty can of paint. Looks like they're freshening up this room. It's empty. In case of fire, burn. Helpful. Lights on. I guess I can't enter. It's a list of the network's shows. No news is good news. The news-free news show. Weather, where they discuss what weather is, but don't forecast it. And the economical no-prize lotto. Knock knock. Nobody's there. So go inside if no one's there. Bin. A little pedestal for the star. Star. Do you think these are made of real stardust? You know that's unlikely, right? I'm still taking it. Yeah, so this is very much the sort of game that it's worth clicking anything into everything you can, because you take really random stuff. Go away. No stars here. I downsized the staff into one room so I can have an ensuite. Okay. Oh. I thought we were meeting outside. Huh? Mystic Mystique. Mystic Mystique. Thought this was a face for a second and realized it's an arm? I don't know, man. Well, a moment ago when we spoke, you said, "This is a different person, Detective." Oh? Oh! Oh! Aren't they divine? My fans, the ballheads. Hey, Mystic Mystique, do you take critique on your fans' names? They'd kill for me. I even had a vision of one doing so once. Can I get this person's name and address, please? That's me and my ballheads at last year's PsyCon. I signed so many balls that day. Man, I hope they were not that kind of balls. Fan letters. They write to me for advice, my fans. I don't reply, of course. Never work for free. It's just a good motto. Unless you're volunteering, in which case, obviously, you can work for free. That must be the lockbox key that Meg mentioned. Hands off. That's for employees only. Flowers from the station manager to welcome me to... I just thought that was just text. Flowers from the station manager to welcome me to the new job. Welcome, new employee. It's the personal touch that I appreciate. Scoot forward a little bit. Because my back hurts. And I have a nasty habit of leaning, like, forward. So I'm going to try and actually sit like a normal human in a chair. Oh, look. A didgeridoo. Don't mind if I do. Or, a didgeridoo. Don't mind if I do. He received item. Didgeridoo. That's just some flattened out aluminum foil. Public access doesn't have the budget for real mirrors. Good to know. What a colorful range of makeup. Sadly, I share this room with anyone going on TV, from presenters to clowns. Ugh, clowns. I know. They should treat a star like me with real respect. Like what? The centerpiece of my psychic's arsenal. Sure, people want their cards read, but they want to see a crystal ball. Crystal. That crystal is melite. It helps people with a sense of fashion. Actually, you should take it. You received item, melite, and like a bit of a dig at my outfit. It's just a corridor. Roxa. I think it's amazing that we live in a place like Twin Lakes, rife with real magic and mystery, but people are still more interested in stuff like this. Man, I ate and I'm hungry. Oh, I had looked at those. Sidekick. Hello? Are you a fan? I can see not. No ball on your head. Sorry, can't talk. Getting ready for my new show and don't have time for non-fans. Not the face. Must be the lockbox key. Alright, so I've gotten everything I can do from here. I don't recall what I was trying to do there. Oh, and he has to comment like every single time you attempt to combine things. So, it's a good way to knowing you're doing it wrong. I think I'm missing something with that plan. I don't recall what I was trying to do there. But I may not sit and read them all because they tend to repeat. I clicked on everything here. Clock, 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 clock. The plaque says this is the time. The time in 10 minutes. 15 minutes from now. 25 minutes time. Helpful. I think this is meant to be a list of people who work here, but it's just gibberish. Yes, the station manager doesn't like fans reaching out to him or the performers. He believes that they perform better when they're attention starved. Rude. Bear with me as I sit and shift around a lot. Like, I have just perpetual back issues, so. That's a drooping willoughby tree. How do you know so much about plants? Private reasons. It's the same thing. This plant is called the wilting Tony. Thanks for coming with, Roxa. I know you can't have much time between college and busting spooks. It's the least I could do. You guys saved my life, after all. And I wouldn't even be in spookdering if it wasn't for you two. Frankly, life's been way more interesting since I met you both. I want to find Dooley and keep investigating the weird goings-on in this city. Speaking of which, we should get back to work. We have a case to solve. Yeah. Sign here, please. Sure. Thanks. Enjoy your delivery. Oh? I got a box. I guess I can go now. Or not? Hehe. Oh, you're new. Yeah, the last guy got possessed. It really worked out for him, though. The ghost had gotten him promoted to regional manager. The ghost has gotten him promoted to regional manager. That's good. Ben, I have nothing funny to say about this. To the car park. So the Blood Wolves are essentially like the Boy Scouts, the scouting troop, because it's not just gender specific, that Dooley ran, at least the chapter that's in Twin Lakes. So generally, if he's not there, they kind of follow you around every so often. The Blood Wolves? What are you doing here? We saw you on the TV. We're here to do a help. How did it go? Well, it certainly went. I can say that much. Who's the lady in the car? You kidnapping her? For interrogation? Can I waterboard her? Emily is chaos. I like to think of Emily as the chaotic one. Amelia is the one who has her head on straight and is gonna, like, protect everyone and make sure things go well. And Devin's new. And he's much younger. At least in my headcanon. She's a psychic. She says she can help find Dooley. I just have to get some stuff for her. Can I still waterboard her? Emily, I like what you've done with the car, but if you wanted it bashed up professionally, you only had to ask. Stripped of all its glory, now it's just the moto. Why is there a kid jumping on this car? Maybe I picked the wrong cop to help? Jumping is helping, lady. Tree. A few palm trees does not make this Sunset Boulevard. P is for police car, because that's what's parked here. Thanks, Devin. The number 2 news outlet in town. Impressive, since it's the only outlet in town. Talking. So, she's right there, just sitting in the car, just carrying on as if that's normal, entirely ignoring the kid jumping on the roof, which would have made getting in really difficult. This is going to be someday. Someday indeed. Someday. Mom and Dad said Sorry, Dad? You mean Dad? I prefer the consistency of Mom and Dad. They wanted to know if you have police clearance for minding kids, and also if you have insurance for minding kids, and also what courses you have done for minding kids. Do I need to ring them or something? No, they're over there because they didn't want to leave me unattended. By them. Also, what's an incompetent? Is it your police rank? Armelia. I think I said Amelia earlier. It's Armelia. Sorry to drag you away from whatever fun teenager thing you were doing. It's mostly brooding these days, which, upside, is an easy hobby to bring anywhere. Twin Lakes, the city that sleeps with one eye open. It's peaceful. especially when it's far away and asleep. Okay. Back inside we go. I can't get by Marv. Can I get past? This is it, Marv. Your chance to get that perfect shot. I just need to get into the shot that shows those Hollywood big shots that you're the man to call for any squirrel-related blockbusters. Uptown Squirrel. Gone Squirrel. The squirrel with the dragon tattoo. Mean Squirrels. I would go on, but I'm talking to myself and I should be focusing on the shot. I'll just have to give him a moment to wrap things up here. Damn it, Squirrel, do your thing. How am I meant to get that golden shot if you won't do your thing? I guess if I wanted the storage room, I'm gonna have to help that squirrel. Is this what normal day is like for you? Pretty much. Poor wee guys. Oh yeah, he's hungry. I don't have anything to eat. A box addressed to Mystic Mystique. There's an interesting clinking from inside, but it's taped up too tightly to check its contents. Can I cut it open with the star? It's a federal offense to open somebody else's mail. Just as well you don't work for the FBI then, right? Beep. You received item. Glass bowls. I think I'm missing something with that plan. Do you want bowls? Do you want some melite? What's 4 plus 5, little fella? 3 minus 1? What's 7? Just tap your foot 7 times. Oh, that didn't change. I was kind of hoping it would. Can't get by Marv. Other things were changing, so I was like, maybe. Oh, these look like what my fans wear. Why, I'd think you were fans yourselves if you weren't so old. I'm not old. So very old. I'm younger than you. Sorry, I can't hear your ancient and broken old people's voices. I'm surprised dust didn't shoot out as you spoke. I feel like that's what, me and my friends do to each other when one of us has a birthday, although I unfortunately am the oldest, so. Put them on your stupid heads. You won't find Dooley that way. Yeah. Ma'am, do you want a didgeridoo? Boop, boop, boop. Boop. Okay. I don't recall what I was trying to do there. I can't go that way. None of these connect. You guys didn't change. Yeah, none of you changed. You guys want some bowls? The kids! Blood wolves assemble. We're right here. Good. Okay. Who wants to earn their espionage badge? All of us, obviously. I need you to put these on your heads, go in there, and pretend to be a type of new fan called a bald head to lure out their new psychic. Insist on seeing her. Say you want autographs or something. Just get her there and don't let her leave. Get her out of there and don't let her leave. You understand? Probably. Bag of nuts. Devin dropped a snack. Gee, I wonder who I can give that to. We're here to see the queen or something. Shakir's bald heads. No, guys, we're bald heads. Mystic Mystique's fans. Can we see her, please? We want her to sign our stupid heads. 100% no. Not gonna happen. My fans. I adore my fans. Alright. Wrong way. No wonder she came from over there. Real quick. You can't go on stage. You had your 15 minutes of fame. I need to find a way to get these nuts to the squirrel. The nuts fit perfectly. I might not be able to play this thing, but I sure can use it like an oversized blowgun. You received item. Nut cannon. Here goes nutting. I'm on Rox's side here. Reluctantly eats nut. So, what's 8 minus 3? Correct! Did you get that, Marv? Got it. About time. That's us for today then, folks. This has been Dick Brickman's Morning Glory, getting you up to start your day. And we're wrapped. Let's clear the stage. Ah, hell yeah. I was like, what am I doing in here? Bet she didn't see this coming. Can I look at things? Crystal ball. Wait, I can see something. It says, hands off. Plastifier and a card that looks like they've been here for years. Camera. It's like an older version, or an older model of the one out in the studio. The label says, solvable in 20 or so minutes. Obituaries. Death notices for the magically inclined. For transporting mediums and other mystics. Oh, it's a medium case. The label says, for smuggling interview victims. It says, Lameg stuff, hands off. The box is locked. Right, what's in here then? Looks like a bag. I guess this is what she wants. You received item. Go bag. You have no more secrets left, do you, box? I could. Give the secret room a 2-star rating. Only 2? Yeah, it's drab and only has boxes. Nothing particularly secret, no magic, and no strange old person who knows the mysteries of the universe. Very fair review. I'll be on Deluminati.com. It'll be on Deluminati.com by the day's end. It's Dooley's website because he's a conspiracy theorist a bit. Leave. Oh, I was going to see if I could go over there. Yep. I am a ballhead. Yes, sirree. Give me some of those sweet, vague future predictions. I'm here for whatever this Nostradamus has to say. So you've got your teenage sarcasm badge. Thanks, it was hard work, but it was totally worth it. What's the mostest boxes you've delivered in one day, and also how many boxes can you carry at once, and also what size boxes are we talking about in my previous questions? Help? Nope, this is the board. I meant to click on Emily. I'm King Ballhead. Bring the Mind Witch before me. Off with her head. My fans, my adoring fans, what a lovely surprise. How do we surprise a psychic, huh? I mean, what a lovely surprise for you that I could make the time to see you, which was easy to do as I knew it was happening. No. I was trying to click delivery woman. You're awfully close, little guy. The closer we are, the less distance my questions have to travel, the more I can ask. That's guaranteed science. I should leave. Please go away. I do not have a lot of mojo, and you are overshadowing the little I've put into play here. What do you guys say, Roxa? Should we stop them? Even if we wanted to, blood wolves are unstoppable. Alright, bye, blood wolves. I have your stuff. Then give it to me and get in. Quick. Why are you the Darkside procrastinator? Just give me the bag. What's she gonna do? Kill us? Here you go. Okay, super. Now let's get out of here. Quickly. Whoosh. It was taking a second to start moving. I'm like, what, do you want me to drive it? Okay, so where are we going? Look, I know you think that all this supernatural kind of stuff is nonsense. He absolutely doesn't. And some of it is, some of it's presentation, showmanship. But Twin Lakes is special. I know you won't believe me, but there's some other stuff going on here. McQueen and Roxa at the same time. Anyway, there's a place some of us know that lets us harness this power to talk to people on the other side. And this place, it can help me get Dooley back? All I can do is help you find him. You'll have to bring him back by yourself. I can do that. I just need to know where he is first. My little arm's hanging outside the car. I missed these games. It hasn't even been that long. I just really like these games. This is it. The switchboard. The switchboard? Huh. Didn't have as many demolition in progress signs last time I was here. That doesn't bode well. Sign. There's a note from the city saying that due to advancements in technology, people will no longer need to speak to one another. Please speak to me. Not all at once, but you know, the office is locked. So this is the place. I hope these guys haven't torn it apart. I mean, I'm seeing they maybe haven't? I'm loving the haunted vibes off this place. I'm definitely bringing some classmates here for an ill-fated game of truth or dare. Alright, let's go in. You shouldn't be here. 3 of you and not a hard hat in sight. What would you do if a girder fell on your head right now? You'd sue the city, that's what. Do you think Twin Lakes can afford a lawsuit? It can't even afford lawyers. You should see the clowns in the legal department. So, destroying this place? Oh yeah, coming down today. Crash banging to the earth in a terribly destructive fashion. Don't mind saying, it's gonna look pretty damned cool. Leave. Just bye. That's Tyrese. Why is this place being demolished? Obsolete technology, I guess. Word came from up on high to tear it down, so we're tearing it down. Valid. I can see a lot of wandering the city in your future, so I'm just gonna wait here and make sure they don't tear this place down until you're done. Oh, hands off. You're not authorized to touch this stuff. Gonna have to clear this place out if I want to examine the switchboard. I don't think we need to worry about whether the power has been flipped off or not. That's why you're not authorized to be here, you walking safety hazard. But he just lets me take the stairs to the roof. Sure. What was that? Achievement unlocked, an eye for detail. It's just because I'm clicking everything. What were what? Were you talking to a ghost? Ha! Ghosts. Ha! Pulled other one. Ghosts. This guy. Ha! 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 Ghost. The broadcasting antenna blinks out the signal in Morse code. As a science person, I can attest to the correctness of this technology. Alright. Oi! You can't have me tools. Need them for work. That's right, it's Gary. I remember him now. Not his accent well enough, but the receiving dish scoops up all the noise in the area and parses it into calls and secret messages. Same. Man at work. Is he, though? Do you see that? There's definite ghost activity. I apparently looked away right as something happened. I feel a strange energy up here. Maybe it's just Gary. Click. That tickles. I thought something else popped up. Well, the place doesn't look like it's gonna be standing for too much longer. Boy, oh, you're right about that. This place is pretty funky. Would make a very trendy apartment. Oh, hands off. Can't click on that. And she said we're gonna have to do a lot of walking around. Office is locked. You received item. Crime scene tape. Alright. Do I not? Well, I guess I don't have random bones. I'll get the construction workers out of here. Crime scene tape. I think I'm missing something with that plan. Alright. Just gonna tape up Tyrese. Or the sidekick. You want some melite? By the power invested in me, I declare this site off limits. I franchised and spooked to solve mysteries my way. But all this abuse of police power makes me think it'd go a whole lot easier if I just joined the force. Everybody out. I guess it's time for tea. I'll get the kettle on. I guess it's time for tea. Is that Gale, the ghost from the library? Good to see you again, Detective. What's the crime that got the place all closed up for? Oh, the death of telecommunications? See? We both got secrets to keep. You know, you aren't wrong, Gary. Alright, so she didn't change. This is the device, but they seem to have torn it apart. The wires are gone. They're needed to make the connection between this world and that. There should be a Darkside phone book, so we know who to call. Without a transceiver, you've no way to send or receive messages. Without all the missing pieces, there's no way to reach your friend. Can you tell me where to find him? Look, you're pushing your luck, mate. Go do some detectivating, yeah? Broken vending machine. If Dooley was here, he'd want to know if there's anything edible in this. Chomp, chomp. Nope. I think you're lying, psychic. Why don't you follow me up? Just a bunch of tools. And, what's this? You received item. Sketchy address. I don't think anything else changed. A hastily written address down at one of the piers. I wonder what this connects with. The Melite. Alright. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. I know that place. People pawn off strange stuff there all the time. Do you know the place? Sense you're missing part of this puzzle. Sense you're missing part of the puzzle. Even less in here now. It's like I can't leave. Oh, I might actually be able to go in here. Yeah! See, you've already stripped some of the materials from here. We need to trace that stuff for investigation. Do you have a record of where it's gone? Sure. I have a manifest of what's been taken and where we sent it on to. You received item. Manifest. This is where we keep our bricks. In the cabinet, because I clicked it on accident. That tea is so strong it has stains. It has stained some Borromine rugs on rings onto the table. I cannot talk. That's nothing. Gary once stained a Sephiroth onto some architectural plans and summoned an angel. You ever tried to get a safety hat onto an angel? They're all eyes and wings and spitting rings. Hats don't come in those sizes. The old water steamer. I'd offer you a cup of coffee, but I made tea. Which you also can't have. Sorry, City Council only has a budget for 1 mug per site. Oh, I wanted to see if this one was empty too. Chair. I'd offer you a seat, but we don't have enough. Gary has to sit on my lap on rainy days. Pictures my kids drew for me. I'd stick them up around the place, but that would be a fire hazard, so I keep them in this neat pile. Sorry, employees only. Oh, is that where you hide your secret plans? What? No. Climb in there for private time. I like these guys. A list of the health and safety violations you've committed since you got here. I've committed? Alright, let's read this manifest. It says the book was sent to an auction house for resale, and the wires seem to have been scrapped. The trans receiver's listing has been scratched out. I wonder where it went. If you need anything else, just ask. But, like, Just ask. Only ask. Don't expect a reply or anything. We're forbidden by city regulations to provide more than 1 unit of help. I thought that was a W for some reason and just could not figure out that word. Okay. Oh, I can get my squad car and go places now. Cool. So, where to begin the search? The auction house. Is it just me, or does looking at this make you feel like you're in another dimension? The bubbles, they're so round. So many dimensions. Yog-Sothoth's auction house, where even your sanity has a price. My brain wants to keep saying Yog-Sothoth, and I'm like, well, no. Moldy sandwiches, half-eaten hot dogs, hard rock porridge. Get all your festering food needs met here. Where are we? Twin Lakes' finest purveyor of gone-off food. Is that a thing? A thing people want? People at auction houses like old things. Why not old food? I serve gourmet food sourced locally from the bins of Twin Lakes' finest restaurants at a fraction of the price. Here, try some stale pizza crusts on the house. Thanks. You received item. Stale pizza. Alright, thanks, bud. I don't think you'll say anything else. Into the auction house of Yog-Sothoth's. So, how much for this Fabergé Eggcorn? Let me see. Wow, the coloring. The fine detail. Wait a second. It's fake. It had the wrong number of scales painted on the cupule. I can fix that, not a problem. I'll just add a few more. There are already too many. Yep, of course, remove a few. I hear you. But I know it's a fake now. I'm not buying a fake, even if it looks good. Lady, you're killing me here. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Very fair. You can't buy from me. I got you. Now my, twin, identical in all ways, bar that he's got a fake, real mustache. Can you buy it from him? Please leave. Ugh, what a load of rubbish. Into the trash with this. Bin. If he's just gonna trash that, might as well take it. Do you always take stuff from the trash? Oh yes, most of it's not even useful. I have a lot of broken light bulbs, chewed gum, and old receipts in here. Oh. I'm banned from all the good dry cleaners. Yeah, it was like an ongoing joke of just the amount of stuff he fits in his super coat. That's us. This painting looks like us, but in some green, foggy place. I wouldn't stare at that for too long. That sure is a painting. It sure is. Whatever it's meant to be, it sure looks like it. Never noticed it before, but you look a bit like Caesar. Et tu, Roxa. This soul jar contains 7 souls, one of which is very good and 2 are very bad. About the rest of them. Apply to face for possession. This comes to be the horn skull of an imp. Sawn from a stone in England. That explains the missing tip. Oh, it's Excalibur. The world's first ever trophy awarded to the artist for trophy making. Looks like the book we need. Has the confusing scribbles of a Darkside artifact. There's no way I can just take this thing with all this security. Guess I'll need to find something to swap it with? Even a few pages would be enough. Lady. The things some people will try to sell us as if we're some kind of pawn shop. Some guy tried to sell me a homemade clay urn with strange markings. Damn it, McKing. Another tried to give us a slimy computer saying it belonged to a lake monster. Damn it, Dooley. And another tried to sell us a bald cap and fungal beard saying it was from another dimension. Damn it, me. The morning light is beautiful. Not as beautiful as the items in today's auction. Just a regular old bin now. I've robbed it of its treasures like Carter did the pyramids. Onward, upward. Yog-Sothoth's. Hang on. Okay. There's hockey going on. And our 2-year-old baby little NHL team is in the playoffs against the defending champions currently, and we're tied in the amount of wins. So, keeping an eye on our, not barely 2-year-old team. This would be great to play games on. And just think how crisp our pixels would look on something this size. Well, you're on a rather large computer screen at the moment, so, you know. This chair is worth more than my entire apartment. Mine, too. The auctioneer's podium. That's probably the only place I can get my actual hands on pages from the books. I think it was hands on the actual pages of the... whatever. If we have something to replace them with, that's where we could do the switch. Other podium. Projector. Hey, guy, is that being auctioned today? No, that's part of the normal setup here. Not for sale. That's a shame. You just lost out on seeing me underbid and getting outpriced almost immediately. Not another one. Look, the auction isn't happening until the auctioneer is back. Back? From where? I don't know. Think you went to one of the piers to get cookies or something equally rubbish and irresponsible. Can I go backstage? Oi! Auctioneer's only back there. No hammer, no enter. I need a hammer. Lady, can I get a hammer? Alright. To the pier. Well, to the junkyard. It says, beware the... and then dogs is scratched out and they've written in animals? I've got a good feeling about that. Yeah. How welcoming. This is handy. I've been planning a trip back out here for a while. Back? Do you come here often? I'm a student who hunts ghosts on the side. The junkyard is where I do my thrift shopping, Detective. Enter junkyard. Ah, man, not them. Not the Gerblins. No, long coat back again. Too smelly in pockets. No, like. These guys? I thought they were locked away. No way, are these gremlins? I guess not Gerblins, whatever. Like, for real? As in everything they touch breaks? That's them. Dooley and I locked them away safely in a magic urn in the station, though... Not sure how they got here. Gramps. Stay away, sticky finger. Gramp, no go in pants again. Would it help any if I said he was unconscious at the time? Oh yeah, I knocked him out and shoved him in my coat. Or pants. I wanted to look at your spoiled food. Stupid lady only give good food. Want junk food. What good junkyard with no junk food? I'm gonna talk to everyone, but I have an idea. Pull, buzz, no feel fingers no more. Still breaking every machine you touch, I see. Smell food, pull it out. I think they're hungry. Bleep, 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 me like noise machine, bleep, bleep. He's playing like on a Game Boy. We had one of these when I was a kid. I should not have been driving so young. Wonder if I can fetter a horse's ghost to this and get it running again. I bet one matching pair of socks that this will find its way into my local laundrette inside of the next 7 days. Who owns a pair of matching socks? All my socks match. If I end up with a stray sock, it goes into the naughty bag. Matching socks are like the front of cereal packets. It's a serving suggestion. I hope we find Dooley soon. This partnership is never going to work out. Hey! I wonder what happened to that. Car trunk. There's a family of raccoons in here, and they do not seem happy to see us. It's hard to get a ghost out of a truck once. It turned out it was just pigeons roosting in it. They're ghost pigeons, but still, not that exciting. Did I click on everything? I think I did. There you go. Probably shouldn't feed him without good reason. It's after midnight somewhere, after all. Can I go any... Look! There are the wires. No! Oh no, they're gonna get crushed. We need to stop this machine. Excuse me. Sorry, I can't hear you over the pistons repressurizing for my next crush. Damn it, we don't have much time. We need to get this machine offline fast. The machine seems to be repressuring its pistons to go again. We need to find a way to break the crusher before it flattens the wires. How are we going to break something that size? I don't know, but this is a junkyard. There's got to be something around here we can use. If I ever have to find a needle in a haystack, I know where to bring the haystack. A portable haystack? Come on, that can't be a weirder concept than gremlins or portals to a spooky otherworld. It's locked. Employees only! Can I feed them now? Can I feed you? No. This box is labeled Darkside trash. Hey, this is a box of my stuff. McQueen must have thrown our case files out when the division was closed down. Might explain how the gremlins came to be here. Grab your stuff. I don't know why you would, but... A half-used can of solvent. Soon to be a fully used can. You received item. Old tube of solvent. I don't recall what I was trying to do there. I do. Just... Ma'am, do you want a Fabergé egg? Ma'am, do you want stale pizza? It still looks functional. How do we save it? A broken bit of pillar. Fascinating. A warning light in case the giant metal frame and grinding noises didn't alert you enough. Manifest, pizza, Fabergé acorn. You guys want some melite? And I could just leave, which worries me. I can't just steal anything from the auction house. Sorry, trying to see what I can take, maybe. How goes the search? I mean, I know, obviously, but you should say it out loud for the building. Like panic clicking. Not really, because I don't think it's gonna time out. Okay. Let's go to the TV station and look around. Not here to stop me from touching it now, are you? What are you doing to that innocent camera? Nothing. I have to do it again. There's another camera here if you want to touch it. No thanks, I've had my fun. You sure? I am mostly sure. Can I combine anything? Beep 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 boop 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 boop. Am I going here? No, the sign's still on. And you're still in there. I can't take this paint can. Y'all are doing the same stuff. Oh god, it changed. Let me... hang on. Is that a thing? A thing people want? People auction houses like old things, why not old food? I serve gourmet food sourced locally from the bins of Twin Lakes' finest restaurants at a fraction of the price. So now that you've sampled the wares, you want more, eh? Oh, God, no. A fly salad? Congealed soup? Some fuzzy sushi, maybe? This conversation is doing more harm to my sanity than those eerie statues. Yeah. Just like, can I take anything? Hey, guard, you want to come help me? Alright, I'm thinking whatever I need is gonna be... like, highlighted everything on my Twitch layout for some reason. Gonna guess anything I need is probably at the junkyard. Alright, nothing there. Y'all don't change. I'm missing something with that plan, too. Bleep, 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 bleep. You guys want some pizza? There they are, but I can't reach them through the fence. Look at the conveyor belt. I can't see a way to get to the other side of the fence. Actually, I didn't animate it, bud. Guess I'll just go re-click everything and see if anything else changed. Spike, you want a Fabergé egg? Fabergé acorn Pete tried to pass off the auction house. Yeah, I know. I'm going to remove the extra scales Pete drew on this. You received item. Real Fabergé acorn. Okay, now what? Oh. I know what to at least do with that. So I'm gonna see if it gives me anything? I don't know. You don't think giving... You want a Fabergé acorn? Man, I thought I was onto something with giving that to her. You want some old pizza? Fine. Would you like a Fabergé egg? Yeah, me neither. Man, I actually thought I was onto something there. Well, we'll go back here and see if... she wants it? Magnet. Crushing machine. Conveyor belt. Glad I got things to, like, connect, and I have no idea what to do with it. And I still don't know what to do with the malite. Wonder if the items scratched off the manifest can be found at this mysterious address. Only one way to find out. Let's mark it on the map. Lord. There's the pier. Let's see why somebody would have hidden a... Let's see why somebody would have hidden an address for this place. Probably to do with the secret black market that's here. The what now? Poor guy looks angry. Probably out of work thanks to those robots. A painted metal hoop. Probably not entirely fit for purposes. What can I do you for? Need a robotic roomie, a mechanical mate, or a cybernetic hunting hound? We accept cash, card, check, meat, of course, berries, honey in all forms, and porridge, but only if the temperature is just right. That robot animal salesperson. Now this little monkey man would love a new home, don't you think? When his kind evolve and take over the planet, you'll be glad to have one of them on your side. A pair of lovebirds, all the joy of seeing two birds programmed to be in love, none of the pesky emotions or cleanup. Now, you know me, Vince. I'm the last regular human person to have an opinion or agenda. We just jumbo jet met. Oh yeah, he does, effectively, I don't know how much it actually is similar to it, but like Cockney rhyming slang. So, and I never understand it, like me as McQueen, so he's just taken to like whispering what it means. Heck, where would I even get one of those things? At the perfectly normal human college I went to? No. That's not the kind of human guy I am. But animals should be left to roam freely, don't you think? Free to wander the streets for hungry bears to eat. Why, that's the natural order of things. Small, juicy animals at the bottom, normal two-legged, two-armed, furless people like us in the middle, and the majestic bear at the top eating whatever they want, carefree and with no fear of retribution. But what about humans like you and me, you cry? Our tedious, not bear life is empty save for my tasty little pal to keep me company. Hey. And that, Vince, is where my animal robots come in, programmed with all the love and affection you could want, but without the bad behavior, toilet manners, and inaccessibility to hungry bears. It's a win-win-win situation, really. Welcome to Mark's IT for all your not too hard to fix IT jobs, black market, speakeasy, and steakhouse out back. What's that last bit? Oh, nothing. Just my pleurisy acting up. Just one of the very cutting-edge pieces of tech we sell here. Want to buy a mostly working TV? No. Well, hold up now, Detective. In what way is it only mostly working? Well, everything works except the power switch. How much? Soviet tech. Like the look of that? It's on special offer today. What's the offer? It's a you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours kind of thing. Go on. Well, I realized I was giving him the bear's voice. Or the totally human, not a bear's voice. Well, I can see you're wearing a TLTV's visitor badge. And I saw you on the TV earlier advertising something sad. Anyway, I want some TV time like that. For my business. So I recorded an advert. You use your media connections and get this aired, and the unspecified foreign tech is yours. I'll see what I can do. Cool. Now whereabouts on the back do you want scratched? I need the lower back done, please. It's been annoying me for ages and my arms just can't reach. Your received item. VHS. Don't touch that. You'll turn the entire pier off course. Excuse me, is this the way to the secret black market? Well, it depends on whether you know the password or not. Password? Oh, you do know it. Welcome, friend, and you go and enjoy yourself. And remember, no cops. It's the law. It's the law. I wish I brought my water in here. Well, this is it, Detective. The Twin Lakes Black Market. I like the toilet, but also toilet. Huh. And this woman here with her kid. Miss Fortune Cookies? The fortune cookie market is saturated. I'm making a niche for myself. Mr. Wang, I remember you. What am I gonna wish for? Loads of money, eternal youth, world peace. That all sounds good, but I think I just want a giant trifle. Like, huge. Big enough to swim in. I hope this isn't a giant marshmallow man kind of moment. Make a wish. I wish I was the wish giver. Zoltar. Quiet your fleshy word hole. Zoltar is about to dispense some powerful wisdom. Zoltar is about to drop some beats on me. Brown is not a good color for you. Does it change? Your cat has too many eyes. Eh? Want to buy a gold-plated cat? Don't touch that. For perfectly safe reasons that won't get me arrested. Are those banned books? If I'm selling them, they're legal. That's the law. Bun and the Coven, what to expect when you're witch-specting. Workplace a culture, turn your cabal into a summoning safe space. And the Book of Unsympathetic Magic. You did this to yourself. You sound perfectly suspect to me. Oh, all books and literature or media, whatever, about magic, essentially, is banned. But, you know, you still see them everywhere. Yeah, but you're a cop. You're paid to find things to be suspicious about. Oh, it's McKing. Yes, we are. And I'm damned good at it. Didn't even know that was McKing because I forgot what he looked like. The transceiver. You bought it. What did you pay for it? Also, give it to me. No way. Police don't have any power here. The black market is like neutral territory. That's definitely not true. I'm pretty sure it is. Don't mind me. This is like neutral territory, but neutral in the sense that it is pro-me and anti-you. Let's see. This cookie was made in an unclean factory. You have lice now. What is all this rubbish? Oh, bits and bobs. Magical stuff. You wouldn't understand. You don't know, do you? Nope. Not sure if any of it even does anything, frankly. I buy it cheap in bulk and sell it at a massive markup here. Capitalism, the only legal form of robbery. Yup. You took a monkey paw with you? Of course. How do you get rid of a curse if not by passing it on? Unrelated, can I interest you in this entirely curse-free wish-granting charm, young lady? How bad a curse are we talking here? Roxa. My king. Well, look who it is. Detective McNo, partner. You know this is illegal, right? That's why it's called the black market. God, you're such a dork for the law. You should marry the law. Marry it and have its little legal babies. McKing, you know what the black market? Of course I do. All the cool cats of Twin Lakes do. I'm not surprised to find out you didn't, dork. What are you even doing here? Best cookies in the city are down there to the right. They're so good there's always a queue for them. Unless you're a badass cop who confiscates nerds' cookies. Ha ha ha. And before you even think about asking, no, I'm not sharing. Get your own. You probably love queues. You're not gonna marry the law, then have an affair with a queue. That's how you're gonna marry the law, then have an affair with the queue. I don't know where I put the word not in from. That's how boring you are. I have a partner. I just don't know where he is yet. But Roxa and me are gonna find him. Then you'll look pretty dumb. I don't know if somebody with hair like that can ever look dumb. She gets it. Not you too, Roxa. Bye. Hey, McQueen? Yeah? I hope you do find Dooley. Thanks. It feels less mean bullying two dorks, you know? Thanks. Man with tiny hammer. Just the line. What are all these people queuing for? The sea had cookies by the look of it. Second-hand hands that run like new are dedicated necrologists work the graveyard shift to meet your needs. Organically. Alright. Oh my god, I'm gonna be late. But do I care? I do not. I want those cookies and I want them bad. What a sinister looking sign. Sea hag soggy biscuits. The flavor is in the wetness. You're next, honey. What can I do you for? Haha, I'm not sure. I wish I could buy the lot. Well, I sure as heck ain't gonna stop you. I mean, I wish I could afford to. You have fixed assets, don't you? A car, house, family, stuff you can sell? Aha, I can't sell that stuff. Ask yourself this. Does any of that stuff make you feel as good as our delicious, freshly brined biscuits? That sounds horrible. Oh gosh, you have me there. Something seems off here. Very. They offer ocean-sprayed mints, brine biscuits, caramel and sea salt cookies, saline snacks, and tsunami s'mores. Why, I'm afraid all those cookies have been pre-ordered. I can take your details and a massive down payment for the next batch if you'd like. Maybe later. No free samples, I'm afraid. Why, y'all are gonna have to join the queue like all the other idiosyncratic customers. Say hag, mother. Well, looky-see, girls. A bona fide man. I know it's bona fide. A bona fide man of the law. What can we do for you? Whenever I see that word, I have to say it in, Oh brother, where art thou ways? Which is bona fide. Bona fide man. He's bona fide. What can we do for you, detective? Nothing, just browsing. Browsing is cop for snooping. Now, Millicent. Why, I'm sure the nice man and his lost friend have the very best of intentions. I'm not lost. Oh, I don't know about that, honey. You look like you need some discipline in your life, some guidance. Why, you should consider joining the Sea Hags and giving yourself over to the Deep Mother. The Deep Mother? Why, she's the metaphorical goddess in all of us. And of course, the very real goddess deep in the ocean, waiting for the sea levels to rise and drown the landfolk who forsook her. Soon may she rise. Soon may she rise. Soon may she rise. I might pass, thanks. Oh, that's both your choice and your loss, honey. I hope you can swim, lady. Capped hag, buff hag, blue hag, hag mother. You're a quiet one. Mama said never to talk to a policeman. Mama harbored some institutionalized sexism, but I think deep down she meant never talk to the police. What are you looking at? A chump like you who can't control where you snoop and don't deserve eyes. Hear that? Next batch is almost ready. Hell yeah. Heck yeah, Millicent. There's no room for potty mouths under the sea. Anything else to touch? They do taste magical, like kissing the girl of your dreams, or riding a roller coaster for the first time, or kissing a roller coaster, or... One more step, bub, I'ma play you like an accordion. Blah, blah, blah. I didn't mean to click on you again. Hey, hands where I can see him, Johnny Longpockets. Is it the same thing? Yeah. This place seems suspicious. Oh, sorry. No, not at all. Did you want to? Gosh, no, please. It's your game. Okay. Anyway, I think we're agreed this is pretty suspicious. Man in big coat. Well, hey there, little fella. You looking for a good time? The name's Charlie, and I like hanging out. Want to go skydiving? Invite your old pal Charlie. Need a buddy for a dangerous climb? Then Charlie is your man. Good time, Charlie. Want to race down the wrong side of the highway and stare death in the eyes? Charlie is in. So, want to do something? We can't. We're in the middle of something, sorry. Oh man, nobody wants to hang out with old Charlie. I'm so bored. Wish I had something fun to do while I wait for somebody to want to hang out with me. We could move that bin. I could get into that vent. Let's do it. It's too heavy for just the two of us. Oh, I get too excited about clicking through dialogue and don't realize that there's new dialogue. I think they asked him for help moving this, and he said, yes, he could help, but I won't. That's like 4 seconds fun for Charlie. I'm extreme life kind of guy. A bin is no challenge. And then you'll be gone and Charlie will be here alone with nothing to do. Just tell me this. What's Charlie gonna do for once? What's Charlie gonna do for fun once the bin is pushed and you folks are gone, eh? Don't leave me here twiddling my thumbs. So it's the back of the Sea Hag building. I can't reach it. I need to find another way. Want some pizza? You want a VHS? You want a Fabergé egg? You want some Melite? Give me your tiny hammer. You want some stale? You want a Fabergé egg? Do you want a VHS tape? Do you want some Melite? Do you want some pizza? Do you want a Fabergé egg? You? I thought we'd warded this place against people like you. By which I mean you. Only you. Oh, I apparently never talked to him. Whatever. Who sold you that transceiver? And what do they want for it? Not saying. What kind of black market occult dealer would I be if I ratted on every person buying curses, voodoo dolls, or flying cauldrons? My business would crumble if people thought there was no confidentiality. Was it a guy dressed as a builder? What's a builder? I need that transceiver. What's it worth? Nothing, I'm confiscating it. Please, business. Ha, you can't. Your division was closed down. You don't have the power to take things just because they look spooky anymore. I'll be sure to let you know if it goes above the speed limit, though. Where do you hear that? I move in certain circles, talk to certain people, and I'm a connected man. About to say, McKing's right there, bud. What do I need to do to get it, then? Oh, I know. Sinister cackle. Oh, I mean... Mwahahaha. I can't do a sinister cackle. My business is suffering because of another cookie factory down the road. Put them out of business and the thingy is yours. Think of Dooley, Detective. See what I can do. What are misfortune cookies? Cookies for a more pessimistic punter. Best eaten with a glass of milk that's half empty. What happened to your shop? Burned down mysteriously after your visit, but coincidentally before the cops you sent to search the place had arrived. The universe is pretty random, right? Bye. Good riddance, more like. I did look at everything he had. I'm sleepy today. I didn't get anything new. Oh, no, we just went through that. Talk to you here. This case is giving us a real tour of the city from the highest highs to its lowest lows. No touching. Do, do, do. Charlie, bud, you help me out here? I will give you fun. We'll figure out something, I promise. To Wharf. Soviet tech. No touching until I'm on the telly. Mark. Okay. Let's go back to the TV station and try and get Mark on TV. How? No idea. You again? I hope you didn't bring more screaming children with you to ruin my love life. Can you get this into Marv for me to get it on air? Sure thing. I'm just gonna put this in the inbox basket. Did you just drop my tape in the bin? No, that's my filing system. If you look closely, you'll see I filed my broken heart in there too after those kids chased the delivery woman away. I think it's for the best the Blood Wolf's got a left home. This guy looks fit to explode. Knock knock. Nothing new. I wonder if that's enough to be like, I got it there. Back hurts. Can I take my tape back? Do you want a Fabergé egg? Do you want some Melite for some reason? Do you want stale pizza? Yeah, me too. The squirrel, my friend. Hello? That man, he will not pass on your videotape. But I will help you. Where's your handler gone? She was no my handler. She was my date. But now I have disposed of her. I sent her home with the cab fare. I am the gentle squirrel, no? Why are you still here? Why do you want to help me? I'm sorry my accent keeps changing because I wasn't 100% on what I was trying to do. And apparently French is the answer. Which I'm not good at, so. They humiliate me. They make me count like the performing monkey. I will steal back your video and meet you in the control room. Vive la resistance. I love that squirrel. Vive la resistance, squirrel. Knock knock. Come in. My friend. He's got the tape. He's pointing at Marv. I guess we just need to distract him? Marv, do you want this? Huh. 11, 12, 13. This is perfect. Where did you find it? I found it in an attic on a case. Want it? Sure, I'll just unlock my cabinet to put it in right now. Aha! Now is my time. Jesus. What the... Oh no, Marv, the squirrel. He robbed your acorn collection. I had no idea. Relax, detective. I recognized him the moment he turned up for filming today. What? You don't collect Fabergé acorns and not know who Merle the squirrel is. He's a master squirrel burglar. As soon as I saw him this morning, I knew he was here for the cursed acorn I had just picked up. I had to act fast. I rang my brother-in-law, a shady guy named Pete. I know him. His kid came over with some... Oh, that's right. Emily's dad is all... Basically, Emily's dad is just like, yes, rob things. Because they were definitely trying to, like, rob shit at the mall at one point. Yeah, Kraken's ahead. His kid came over with some friends, and while they caused a scene, I slipped her the acorn to get it off site. Damn it, Emily. They met up once she was safely away from here. Her dad made the acorn look fake and tried to sell it to the auction house, which I happen to know Merle was casing. My god. So he'd know there was a fake on the scene? Precisely. There's Merle. So when you showed up, he took all the fake, locked-away acorns and ignored the real one that I had. Bingo. By the time he realizes what happened, it'll be too late. I'll have gotten this thing away safely. Okay. You sure your real acorn collection is safe and sound? Oh yeah, I have them buried away in an offshore forest. What are you editing anyway? The show is live, right? I'm cutting a have you seen this squirrel spot. It's about time the world know about Merle the squirrel. Impressive speakers. I guess you need them to edit all this footage. They're actually just fancy yogurt cartons with some string. Sound is pretty good, though. What's all this? I've been trying to write a TV script about a cop who solves spooky crimes, but the main character is just so boring. Rude. Sorry again about that, Marv. It's okay. The things we do for friendship, eh? I once power morphed into a giant robot to get a mate out of a jam. Programming database. I just need to get the ad on there. For all that, he didn't even put the ad on there. I can just put that on for you. You'd do that for me? Went to school together. Of course I would. Oh, thanks. Also, it's public access. We kind of have to show any crap given to us. Job done. Now to get back to the IT store. The IT store. To reception. To the car park. I missed the squirrel. It's like, where am I going? Oh, there I am on the TV. Quickly, take this so I can watch myself. How does that work? What even is this? Where can I find the instructions? No idea. It's old tech, almost old enough to be in a museum or the likes. Now, hush, I'm on TV. Your received item, Soviet tech. To the auction house. In here. Can I give you this? Nope. Won't find Dooley that way. Yeah, no. Maybe I give it to the man. Which means back at Pier 13. Nope, nope, nope. You. He wants me to take this place down. Want some Soviet tech? No. I doubt you want Soviet tech. Yeah. do, 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 do. Beep. All right, to the junkyard. Still can't give you the pizza. Want some Soviet tech? Excuse me, sorry, I can't hear the blah, blah, blah. Trying to give that to her, but okay. Gang. I keep making some jumps forward and then just stagnate. I miss Merle. Okay. don't think there's, like, anything I can do with this. Ma'am, why do you follow me? It's like something that belonged in a museum, but museum dude didn't want it. Would you like some Soviet tech? Do you want some pizza? Do you want some Melite? Gary? Pizza? Melite? Yeah, I'm missing something with that plan too, but it's fine. Ugh. Do you want Soviet tech? I was just here. Did I try and give the kids... Not that I think it's going to do anything. Did I try and give anyone Melite in here? Nope. Nope. Whatever it is, it looks sturdy. Okay, I'm wondering if I have to use it to break the thing. And if I'm overthinking it again. My two biggest faults are not clicking everything, which I feel like I've gotten better at, and overthinking things and trying to make it more complicated than it should be. Really just want to give these gremlins pizza. Not for any reason, but like... Yeah, see? Whatever it is, it's sturdy. Did I try that already? Okay, I'm gonna go drop this on random things. And just see if it works. Anywhere. God, my back hurts. It's like I clearly need to get something from the auction house. Do you want some Soviet tech? Yeah, I didn't think so. I keep thinking she'll, like, want it. Since Pete was trying to sell it. The crap rich people spend their money on. Think of all the health care that could be bought with this money. You can't put universal health care on a plinth in your foyer and use it to make your rich friends feel lesser, young lady. You want some stale pizza? I already tried to hand that to you. You want this? No hammer, no enter. Okay. Am I trying to sell the Melite to you? No, you don't want it. Making sure I didn't miss anything else to click. Want your pizza back? I love Yug Saw the Bees. Bear, do you want some stale pizza? Vince. Do you have an IT problem? Computer not working? Toaster more of a ghoster? Heh. Has your photocopier kidnapped your family? I, Mark, of Mark's, me, IT shop can probably help to fix some of those things. So come on down. First 50 people get a free minor electrocution. Shock may not be minor. Mark may not fix your problem. Visiting Mark's shop may be a crime and get you put on a list. What'd you think? Good? Oh yeah, top stuff. I almost want to break something just so you can fix it. Please do. Business has not been good. You want to fix this? How does this work? What even is it? Where can I find the instructions? No idea. It's old tech. Almost old enough to be in a museum or the likes. Now, hush, I'm on TV. Boo-doo-doo-bee-bee-bee. Cookie jar, cat, box, paw, books, butthead. Hey King, you want some pizza? Want some Soviet tech? I think I already asked you. Let's actually talk to him again. I just want to make sure there's no new dialogue. Can't, we're in the middle of something. Can you help us move the spin? Oh yeah, you're right. I could help with that. Thanks. Sorry, I mean, I could help, but I won't. That's like 4 seconds of fun, and then you'll leave. You're gonna be late. You're queuing up. You just have weird kids. Boom, 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 boom. I like that it's just punter. That's a pizza. You want some Soviet tech? Want some Melite? Can I hand you the Soviet tech? No. Hand you... Want some pizza? Man with tiny hammer. Can I have your tiny hammer? Supposed to be the shop Wang wants closed down. You don't say, bud. That create any more dialogue with anybody? Nope. Beep. Are you telling people confidential police information? You getting shut down is about as confidential as how JFK was really killed. Wait, not that. It's about as secret as where the government keeps Elvis. Let me try again. It's about as classified as the reason for the all-seeing eye on the dollar bill. Damn it! Ignore all that. It's not secret. That's what I'm getting at. Especially now that I've told everyone. Well, okay. I was hoping that would get me a little further. The risk of sounding like I'm flirting. Do you come here often? Often enough. It's the best place for getting mystical hoodoo. You've done a good job of shutting everything else down. Once I find Dooley and get the division back on its feet, I'm gonna have to come here for this place too. You know that, right? Why do you think I didn't tell you about this place? Saws, babes. Saws, babes. Oh, I made a mistake in clicking on him because he talks so much. Okay. I'll bring more children to fuck with your love life. Go away. No stars. My microphone is in my way. I can see all my pores, crow feet, and stress wrinkles in the perfect clarity. Apparently never clicked on the lights before, but whatever. Anything else to look at? What's all this? Oh yeah. I've been trying to write a TV script about you. Must be how you got into the room. Sorry. It's me clicking fruitlessly, or hovering fruitlessly to find more things. I wonder where Dick Brickman went. Please stop leaving animals in here. That guy looks fit to explode. Man, me too. God damn it, I went the wrong way. Because whenever I come back here, we're here, so I figure we came out of here. And I'm wrong every time. Parking space for one. I can't go over here. Genuinely thinking there's something here I'm missing. I accidentally took geology course instead of geomancy last semester. Wish she'd be like, I don't understand what I'm supposed to be doing with the pizza then. I really figured the goblins would, or the gremlins would want it, but instead they just don't want to go in my pants. Which, valid. I don't think feeding them here will help me get that crusher offline. Lord. This should lure the gremlins out here. Thought I did that for some reason. Now to figure a way to grab those wires. Not so fast. That's cheating. Give those back. Nuh-uh. I'm sick of these boys breaking my machines. If you want these wires, you'll need to find me some stronger tech to power all this. I have something for you. My side isn't what it used to be. Come to the door and show me. I have the tech you want. Have you got instructions? No. So you want me to guess how it's installed? No deal. Man. Want some malite? I have it. Yum yum, pig's bum. Hehehe, belt no match for Spike. It's broken. Now I need to find some sturdy tech to repair this with, so she'll release the wires. But I wanted to talk to Junior. I'll find Dooley that way. Well, I didn't mean to drop it there. Okay. Okay. Those gremlins have their shots. The old one might have tetanus now, if not. It's safer, if less exciting now. Junior's playing with a Joy Child, TM, but it seems the screen is broken. There's only sound coming from it now. You received item. Broken Joy Child, TM. Okay. Getting some new things. Feeling better. Not 100% what I'm doing with new things, but I'm getting new things. No broken Joy Child? Yeah, this isn't where I meant to go anyway. I meant to go to the pier. Can you fix this? Huh. Looks like the discombobulator has been shaken loose. I just have to reattach it like this. There you go. Thanks. How much for the repair? It's free to an old-timer like you. I like to do charity work for the elderly, so, you know, when it's my time to join the ranks, they vote me in. Vote you in? Yep, you hit retirement age and either they accept you or your Logan's runned. Anyway, put in a good word for me, okay? I'm not that... You know what? Thanks. You received fixed Joy Child TM. One working handheld console. Beep. Beep. Hey kid, do you want this? Do 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 boo boo do do do. Aw, I really hope that one would work. Do, 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 do. Charlie? Here, take this. This should keep you entertained until something better comes along. Whoa, wait! This is a chipper wee fella. How can I repay you? You can help us move this bin. Consider it done in about 4 seconds when it's actually done. Come on, Orange Ricky. Sit in with Tiwi and Smash Boy so Papa can wipe out this row. Thanks, Charlie. No, thank you. This tiny new device should keep me entertained until somebody finds my number on a bathroom wall and calls me for a good time. Should be able to wriggle through. I'll stay out here and keep watch. That's a better excuse than Dooley usually gives. It's not an excuse. I'm being helpful. Huh. Suspicious. What the hell is going on here? I'm no patissier, but I don't think this is how cookies are normally made. They look like lovebirds, I think. They're screeching beautiful tunes at one another. It seems to be full of some liquid that's coming from the pipes above. An oven conveyor belt. Low-grade cookie dough goes in one end and it cooks, and this liquid gets sprayed on. Let's see. We fair maidens give ourselves to the ocean and the things that live there. We pledge that what is dark and deep and hidden guides us. To rise the sea level so she may never rise above the surface. So she who may never rise above the surface can reclaim the lands. To sell cookies for good, asterisk, deeds. Sea hags know that morality is subjective. All in the name of the deep mother is good and right and also just. Huh. You're pumping them out at a pretty high volume. The cookies. Just take some back to the folks in the forensic lab. I say, knowing we have no forensic lab. Yay! Boxes of ingredients conveniently stacked up for an easy escape route. Explain why everyone's so crazy for these cookies. Maybe if I can replace the birds with something that has a different emotional energy, people won't want to eat them anymore? That should close the place down. Sounds like you need some electric lovebirds. There you go. Are these what you're looking for? Oh, sweet divine, how did you get these and what do you want for them? I have to hang up some paintings. Could I borrow your tiny hammer? Shouldn't give this out, but I have a powerful need for cookies. Sure thing, just don't go pretending to be an auctioneer or something. You'll find yourself in over your head. Won't do. My tiny hammer. Peace, nerds. Nope. I could use these. And I can use a nice memory of home, but we don't all get what we want. What can I do you for? Bear lovebirds, all the joy, blah, 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 none of the cleanup. I could use these, and I could use a nice memory of home, but we don't all get what we want. Do you want... Oh, because it's like honey. Okay. What? Why would you offer this delicious-looking honeystone to me, a normal person with no strong affinity towards honey? I want those birds. I mean, I guess I can take this as payment, but only because it's a nice-looking stone. Can't eat a stone. Believe me, I've tried. Ha. Sweet and soft golden honeystone. Bring back entirely bear-free memories of my youth. Robotic birds. Robotic birds. I'm on to something. I'm making progress. I don't think these birds would pass for the real ones. I need to cover up the metal coating first. Otherwise the hags will notice the swap before it takes effect. The makeup. I have so many things to click. TV station. In. I'm on to something, you guys. A slap of this, a dash of that, we'll have these bots looking real in no time. You received items. Painted birds. They're beautiful. Think they can pass for normal? You and I have very different definitions of the word normal. Alright, back we go. Car park. To my car. Back to the pier. Click, click, click. Okay, be free, you little lovebirds. In you go, robotic doubles. Ugh. Well, something is certainly different. I don't want any anymore. Strange. Beep. Beep. What was it? A man hammerless now? How are the cookies? Oh Lord, it's like eating ambrosia. The nectar of the gods is in my mouth. I'm so happy. Is it just a normal, hammerless man now? How's it going in here? Miss Wampus? Yes, Millicent? Something ain't right with the Dutch oven. All the cookies, they've gone green. Oh no, oh no! Our work, our beautiful work. If I find whoever did this, I'ma feed them to the very real and literal sharks. Those cookies have freed up if you're still looking. Hard pass. Drat it all to heck. Detective, I want to report I'm not sure. Some kind of sabotage? Alright, so. Sobs. I'm heartbroken. I nursed each cookie like it was baked in my own oven at home. I bet the cop did it. Me? I'd never... Not this me, that's for sure. Look, he's having a guilt stroke. Alright, bye. Alright, bye. Hey, friend, guess what? I did the thing. I can see. Everyone is so miserable. That's my target audience, though That's my target audience, though, so sales are through the roof. Cheer up, your frown is ruining. It's ruining? Yeah, just ruining. A general ruiner. I hate it. Smile or GTFO. Go try frowning otherwhere. For what it's worth, Detective, what those kids were at is far worse than this. I guess. Anyway, a deal's a deal. Here's your transceiver. Enjoy transceiving. You received item. Transceiver. Bye. Good riddance, more like. Okay. So you don't go together. I might actually be done there. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. Look, the auctioneer's back. Back from where? Oh, yeah. But look, I have a hammer. What's this? The auctioneer hammer. My auctioneer hammer. Yours? Mine. I have the coat, the hammer, the fast-talking skills needed to trick you and pull off an auction despite no prior experience. I'm the guy. Can't say I'm entirely convinced, but there are old things to sell and rich people to appease. If we don't help them get rid of their money soon, they'll get money poisoning and start doing mad rich people things like hunting the poor, doing unwanted missionary work, or worse, becoming landlords. Sorry. I'm the only one at home and need to make sure things make sense and are working. We're doing God's work. Yeah! Soviet manual. An installation manual for the old Soviet tech. It says you only need 2 installation tools, a hammer and a sickle. I have to imagine that a screwdriver would be handy too. Here's your item. Soviet manual. This looks like a box of pants from a house move that somehow got mixed up with the rest of this stuff. Are the pants famous, at least? Did they straddle a well-known butt, maybe? I don't believe so, no. Aww. A crate full of dog hair. Boxes of pamphlets to places that don't exist. A loom. It has some beautiful notes carved into it. You should take it. What? Take it. When are you going to get into a place like this again? Don't you want a souvenir? So on cold nights when you mend your old socks, hey, you can look at this and think, I've seen how the other half lives. It's not the most inspiring call to commit a petty crime, but something tells me that this will come in useful later. So you get your wish. Yay! At least until I find a use for it. Then I'm sending it back here. Wait, you're not just dropping all that stuff on the ground after you use it? No, that's littering. Send it back to wherever it comes from. That's as noble as it is lame. Thanks. Here's your item. Loom. Great representation of an angel creeping up behind a man. Or carrying his books for him? Read the Bible, Detective. Angels were always sneaking up on people to give them books. A never-emptying jug. Wow, why is this in the back room and not on sale? Well, by the smell of it, whatever it empties is both useless and disgusting. Beep, beep, box. Pages and pages of poetry about colanders and their uses outside of the kitchen. I don't want to know. Somebody was trying to hawk this stuff online. Dad says some really good stuff here. Don't out yourself as an uncultured swine by asking for details or haggling, though. Cabinet. Paper records from their sales. Nothing of use here. You don't think taking some paper... The security guard's unpublished novels about a security guard who works at an auction house but is also a globe-trotting treasure hunter and a man of action. Sounds good, actually. Can I have one? Alright. Onwards. Upwards. Where do I need to go? Junkyard? I just want to finish this one puzzle before I'm done. I have the stuff you want, new technology, and instructions on how to install it. Okay, in you come. Here you go. Super. Here are your wires, comrade. What'd you call me? Constable? You received item. Tangled wires. Out as far as the eye can see through this window. Sadly, my cataracts mean I can't see very far. I'm excited to get tinkering with this new gear. Sorry for holding your wires. I'm just fed up with those little guys breaking my gear. How did they end up living with you? I was crushing some stuff, as is my wont, when I cracked open a clay urn. Everything stopped and out they climbed. They're harmless for the most part, useful to have in a junkyard, good for breaking stuff down. So I keep them around, all hunky-dorky, as long as I keep them from machinery. Well, no more. Now they can wander freely, breaking whatever their little hearts desire. I worked hard on that. Hands off, certified breakers only. These have similar markings to the pages I need to replace. Mind if I take them? Why not? I have piles of that stuff. You received item. Gremlin art. Fish that out of a whale's belly. How it got in there? I don't know. How I got in there is also a mystery to me. Built those out of discarded beds once I adopted those boys. This fridge I got off the back of a fridge truck, which was on the back of a freighter, which had sunk just off the west coast. Alright, I think I got my fill here. Got my wires, got my paper. Now we can go here. These won't pass, they're too new looking. I need to age them up somehow. You don't say anything new, do you? No. Yep. TV station. Switchboard. You need to find a way to detangle them first. I think I might be able to use this loom to unravel these wires. Worst case, we can play a fancy tune. Looms are a weaving tool, not an instrument. Tell that to Bob and Threadbare. Yay, minigames! I just gotta move the wires between the free nodes to untangle them so that they're usable. Some parts of this adventure are less thrilling than others. Speak for yourself, Roxa. I like these games. Yay! That's them unraveled. Now I know what to do the next time my headphone wires get wrapped. Blech. You received item. Untangled wires. That was a nice, easy game. Where do these go? Yep, stick them in anywhere. You can move them in the minigame. I mean, later. It's the device, but they seem to have torn it apart. Blah, blah, blah. Here's the transceiver. I don't know what that does. Science, pseudoscience, one of those. Doesn't work without it, though. Should be a Darkside phone book so we know who to call. Okay, so I still need the phone book. I didn't mean to click that. Can I use some tea? If we dunk this in there, that should brown and curl the pages so they look nice and old. You received item. Replacement pages. Tyrese? Gary? Think I'm almost to, you know, the actual end. Okay, let's kick off this sloppery robbery. What? Nothing. Auction time. Welcome, innies and outies. Today we have this fine antique occult book of sigils or whatever you all think it is. Can I get an opening bid? What's a good opening bid? 5? Can I get 5? Roxa, swap the pages when I carry this on. On it. Yes, 5. 500. 500? 6. You can't go backwards. That's a rule, right? No, 600. Christ. Okay. Pull it together, me. Right, I have 600. I want 700. Can I get 700? Any bids of 700? Aye. Or 8? Aye. Done, detective. Sold! To the woman with the expressionless face for eye. What? That's nonsense. That's not how this works. I'm not even sure how much I owe. You like getting rowdy? Do I need to use my gun? I still don't know what I owe. You received item. Phone book pages. It worked. Good job. Let's get out of here. What are all the other auctions you have to do today? Oh, I, quit. Bye! Anything you need to say? No. Damn it, me. Love when you click one thing and suddenly it's like, oh, this all makes sense. Phone book. I got these. Super, those symbols are like phone numbers. We'll have to work through them until we get through to your friend. That's everything. Time to try calling Dooley. Now, what do I do? See those shapes? They're numbers. Like phone numbers. So, start dialing. That's it? What if he's not at one of the numbers I have? You're thinking too normal. He'll be at one of them. How can you be so sure? I peeked at the design document for this case, so trust me. Okay, here goes. Okay, we're gonna move you here for now. I'm gonna put you here. Put you here. No, I'm doing this backwards. You don't go all the way up. Ah, you do though. Yeah, darling. Excuse me, is there a man in a police uniform there? Yeah, of course. And an army man, biker, construction worker, cowboy, and a Native American man. I don't think this is the right number. This is always the right number, darling. Called the village people. My bad. We go you. Move you out of my way for right now. So we're going 1, 2, 3. And 3. Well, you can actually move up here, because that's a weird thing to try and move you to. All right. What's all this then? Chief Dooley? McQueen? What is it that as you calling me out of hours then? I think I have a lead on Dooley, a way to bring him back through. Whoa. Whatever you're up to, if it's not through legitimate channels, then you had best not get me involved. Right. Well, I guess I'll let you know how it goes. Best of luck then. Off you hop. Thank you, Detective Dooley. Alright, so you're gonna go here. And here. We have the shorty boys here. I think you're almost right. Yeah. Who is this? Don't you know how hard it is for me to answer a phone? I might have the wrong number. Wrong number? That has me quivering with anger. Okay, sorry. Beep. Beep. Please can Dooley be at this one? Hello? Hi, I'm wondering if you can tell me what the correct glyph to solve this puzzle is? No, I didn't spend minutes designing this puzzle just so you could nag the solution out of me. Now, this game is launched, so leave me alone. Teresa. Alright, you stay there. So we got you, and like a little smiley face. You and a little smiley face. Don't call that sigil. Hello? Oh, hello? Hello, who's there? Hang up, detective. Wrong number, sorry. Alright. Bye? How did you know she'd answer? Let's try the next sigil, shall we? Okay. Would you please behave? Kind of enjoying this little minigame. I like the minigames. Hello? Dooley! Detective? Is that you? Yes, Dooley, it's me. Where are you? I hear music? I'm not sure. Everything is different here. It's so cold. Oh, Dooley. It's my own fault. I should have worn a jacket. Tell me what you see, Dooley, and we'll get you home. Well, I can't see any water from here, so I guess I'm inland a bit? Sorry, Detective. Geography here is a little messed up. Dooley? I can see and there's a me. Dooley, you're breaking up. And ing for me soon? Dooley? Dooley? It's gone, Detective. Took down everything he said. Maybe we can use that to find him. Yeah, okay, I have a map of my city in my apartment that we can use. Let's go! I'm coming with. Now you want to come with? Well, yes, now it's getting interesting. Your received item. Dooley clues. Oh, this is it. Hey, I warned you that the occult doesn't pay well. A local laundrette. They take pride in poor service, which people seem to like, unironically. Well, stop there. Give them 5 stars. Excellent bad service. This is the phone booth Dooley would call from when outside looking for a lift. I do think, however, not to leave it on an absolute cliffhanger, I do think that I'm going to end there for the night, as this stream has gone on a little bit longer than my streams usually do. And I didn't think this case would take up as much time. Not that that's a bad thing, because I love these games and I love playing them, and now I want to know what's going on with Roxa. But I will be coming back to this game soon. I don't want to leave too much of a gap in here, otherwise my brain's just gonna forget everything. So, thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. This is Darkside Detectives. I found it over on Steam. It's made by Spooky Doorway, and they make really fun games. I've only played this and the other Darkside Detective. Turn the music down a little in my head. But I love them both. Well, I love this one so far, and I love the other one. So I highly recommend checking them out. I don't think they were that much money. And then down here are my socials and my Ko-fi. If you can spare a few bucks or spread my videos around, that would be fantastic and greatly appreciated. But until next time, my friends, I must say to you again, goodbye.